All right, welcome to another fun episode of Kin of Comedy. I am one of your hosts, Jerrica.
It's Talent Harris Jr.
And we have Isiah in the house, but not now. In the house, he's late as hell, but he will be here soon. But we have a special guest. Onika McLean is here. But before we get into it, thank you guys for tuning in. I want you to like, comment, and subscribe. And now, Onika, welcome to the show, girl.
Thank you.
How you feeling?
I am feeling good.
You look good.
Thank you.
I like the all black you got going on.
I'm trying to do the Matrix.
It's cute. I like it. I like it. I like it. We are going to have an awesome show today. So tell us how you got into comedy. You guys know each other.
Yeah.
So how do y'all know each other? Y'all just do shows together?
From the scene, I know his father.
Just in the field.
Yeah, we outside in the battlefield like them.
So y'all met your dad?
No, I don't think we met through my dad. She probably just met my dad first. I don't remember exactly where we met.
We're in the same comedy class.
What comedy class?
Well, she just means our generation.
Our generation of comics.
I thought y'all was saying like y'all took classes.
Yeah.
I was like, what class?
No, okay. like we around the same age of a comedian.
Oh,
yeah.
That makes sense.
How many years you been doing comedy?
It's going on 8.
Okay.
8. And
I'm 6 this month. I'm 6.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So what started, how did you get into comedy? Where did the bug come from, the itch come from for you to get on stage?
So I started taking a comedy class. I always wanted to be an actress, but I was working and all this stuff, and then I just didn't do it. And then one day I was like, I'm gonna take a comedy class and see what that's about. And I took it, and it was like
stand-up class?
A stand-up class from the Cellar. It was Veronica Mosley, and I had no idea. I knew nothing about comedy except the comedians that I like, but I knew nothing about the culture and what it was all about. So I took the class, and then we had the showcase at the Cellar, and then maybe like 2 weeks later, I did Ray DeJean's room at the Lindenwood Diner, which is totally opposite of the Cellar crowd, and none of them laughed, and I was like, oh.
It was black people.
Now I got to make black people laugh. And then I went on a bunch of years trying to make black people laugh, which kind of hindered me in a way because you just want to make all people see who you are, and then they laugh through that. It's not about black or white. I didn't realize that. So I just stumbled upon comedy, and then I got that first applause, and I was like, wait, this is instant gratification.
Yeah. Was that at the Cellar?
That was at the Cellar.
The Cellar? That's
right, because they wasn't laughing at the they had their crab legs. They was like, who is this bougie hoe? I was like, huh? Wait.
I think we always talk about that, like black people are really hard to get to laugh. Like we're hard to please.
Well, everybody's funny. And because we got to go through so much tragedy, and you have to see humor in some of this stuff.
Right.
So yeah, it was harder. It was just totally different. And then, so that's when I got the bug, and I just been on stage ever since. Like I won't stop.
Can we go back before comedy? Because I always find it interesting when people have a career already and then they switch over to stand-up comedy. Weren't you a lawyer?
Yeah, so I work in a law office, right? So I do like civil procedure. And so like I train lawyers, the new ones, that kind of stuff. I handle the paralegals, that kind of stuff. But so I was doing that for forever, but I wasn't fulfilled with it. It wasn't the thing. Like I would be the person at work, cutting up. I'm the boss, and then I'm the one being mad, inappropriate. And because even law is kind of theater, right? Trial lawyers are persuading people. They're kind of doing monologues with the summations, trying to get people to see their side and like them. And it's very similar.
Right.
And so I was doing that. And when I started comedy, I felt like it was a way for me to use my voice and channel some of my pain that I was just kind of just stuffing down. And the more honest that I became in comedy, the more people were messing with it, and it's kind of freeing. Even though I wish I would have been doing therapy when I first started comedy, because I was using comedy kind of as therapy, and it's not therapy. It's you just drum up a bunch of crazy emotions. And then you be like, okay, where the weed at?
Are you in therapy now?
Now, yeah,
okay,
now. Because I was like, I gotta process this.
Yeah.
I gotta do something. So yeah, I am. I feel like you gotta be you gotta talk to somebody about your mental health in comedy because it's high school again.
I thought about therapy. I just feel like I'm gonna just be in there trying to make the therapist laugh.
Oh my God.
You know, it's gonna be a long open mic for me.
Not what she say. Well, how does that make you feel? You be like, what? Do you feel abandoned in that moment? You're like, first of all, sis, pump your brakes.
So you've never done therapy?
No.
Really? You okay?
No.
No.
I'm not okay.
Do you think you use comedy as a form of therapy? In a way?
I don't know if it's therapy. I don't think I can equate it to therapy, but it's definitely
like an outlet.
Express, get some
Is it
things
therapeutic?
out.
Yeah, there we go.
Therapeutic, yeah.
Okay.
What's the word? What do they call? It's that word.
Help us. Help
you. It'll come to me later.
What comedy is?
It's a word, another synonym for like when you're releasing, like
as an outlet.
An outlet?
It's a word, and I don't want to hold us up.
It's okay.
But
when it comes to you can just shout it out.
Yeah.
Let you do that. Well, I always say here, like when we come here, our normal host, Dante, always like, sometimes we get into our feelings on here once in a while, and I'm like, this is a form of journaling.
Yeah.
And it does feel like that, you know, even, I don't have to always write it down. It can just come out, you know, vocally. But yeah, I love that.
That's what's going on.
Oh, look.
Our special guest host in the building.
Our guest host.
You can walk right
What's good?
We were very honest with our listeners that your ass was late as hell.
The Uber driver, he gonna call me. He just sitting there. I sent you the screenshot. He just sitting there. Then I called like, yo, I gotta take my mother somewhere. I tried to drop my mother off. And I'm coming to pick you up. It was crazy.
Welcome, brother. How you doing?
What up? How are you, darling?
Chilling.
Good. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
That part.
Appreciate it. Yeah. I meant to hit you up too, but we'll talk about that.
All right, cool.
Yeah, we're talking about her comedy journey. What got her started in it.
Are you in therapy?
No.
Have you ever been in therapy?
No.
You think you need it?
I do need it, but
why won't you go?
He just sat down. Poor him.
No. That's a good question though. But I don't know why I won't go.
The copay.
That's real. I don't know.
The copay.
Okay, what if I find you out there?
What's the copay?
It's for free though.
You can give it free, or it's like $30. I seen a website was $30 to $70.
I don't trust people. So if I open up to you, who you telling? Because I feel like them therapists.
Well, don't you think you?
But who cares who they tell?
Right? Yeah,
I do.
You think they gonna do social
media
posts?
Tell you some real shit like, yo, my.
It's okay. It's called doctor-client privilege. So if they told your stuff, you could sue them and they could lose their license.
It's like an NDA.
As long as you're not going to harm yourself or other people, they can't tell.
You can't kill. You know, unalive.
Yeah.
Shout out to TikTok. You can't. If they think that you're going to unalive somebody or unalive yourself, then they will call the.
Then you get in trouble. Yeah.
But the rest of it, no, they can't say nothing. You can tell them the most heinous things,
and they don't say anything. They can't.
Okay. Y'all sure?
It's a safe space. Yes, we're sure.
You gotta see it right.
Like, we sure?
Y'all sure?
And then you gotta find somebody that you like and that you feel comfortable telling the truth.
What's your demographic of?
So I used to go to therapy before comedy, and for a long time, and it was this white woman, Jewish, and it was so dope. And because she thought I was so brave, you know, so everything that I did, you know, she was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe it," and it was like really good for my ego. But I was lying to her most of the time. Like,
wait, you're not supposed to lie.
Now you spicing it up.
No, why would you lying to me? What
because
you lying
eventually, because eventually, like some things I wasn't lying about, but then she'll be like, "You can do it. Go ask for that raise," and I'm scared. And then she's like, "Did you ask for the raise?" And I'm like, "Yeah," because I just want it off my back. At a certain point, I just start lying.
Little lies.
Not bad.
No,
okay.
but then it became a lot because I was like, I'm not getting anywhere with this. Now I have a therapist, and now I have a black lady, which is very new, and she's younger than me, which is even more. And I can't wait for her to say like, stop capping, like, but because she kind of just looking like, she's unbothered.
That's what I was thinking. I'd probably give me a black woman.
A black woman.
They're gonna be
Not
black
a black
woman,
man.
nah, black man, nah. I don't talk to no. I want to talk to no nigga. I want to talk to another woman.
No nigga for?
Yeah,
I thought about it too.
Because
if I got a black dude that I'm like, we just gonna be in there agreeing. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
I
can't be in there.
You think the black lady just agrees with me?
No. I just think that women
take it more serious.
They're just better at
talking,
communicating.
Listening.
You don't think like an old black man would be good for you?
Maybe.
You don't need a black man your age.
He gotta be
old black man.
An old black man, maybe.
He gotta be a couple generations.
He gotta be like 70.
Yeah.
I gotta be his last client till he retire. Then I'll be like, all right, I'm never rock.
Because he gonna die because he can't tell, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But the other piece, if he's that far up, then and he's educated, he would be able to probably really expand what you're going through, put it into words, and figure out how you can,
All I'm saying, don't count out the old black man. He
You
might
go to
help
therapy?
you.
Nah.
Oh, y'all too?
Yeah.
I used to. I had to get a new one.
Yeah.
I'm looking for.
You talk about it on stage?
Therapist now. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I talk about it on stage.
I feel like everybody in therapy, and when I go to certain clubs, like I'm like, damn, everybody's talking about being in therapy, and I'm like,
that's also why.
But I'm like, everybody must be in therapy then.
But I only talk about it with the white lady and the black lady. The difference is like I'm not talking about what I'm going through in therapy.
No, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I could just tell this is depressed. Everybody
anxious or depressed.
Everybody's everybody's in therapy. Like when I watch, like, damn, everybody's doing it.
I asked Talent this is and Onika this. Do you feel like when you're on stage and you're doing stand up, is that a form of therapy for you?
For that 10 minutes to an hour, that's my therapy. And that's why a lot of comedians go over time.
Yeah.
Some certain comedians can't get off stage. That's because once they get off stage, they know them problems is coming back.
Do you think since when you were younger and you were doing it, it's always been like that for you? Or just like more recently as you got older, you had like adult
Probably
problems?
when I got about 17, 18, when I knew I was like, I'm not going to college. So I was like, I'm sticking with this. But then it got tough. And I was like, I don't want to do this no more.
Okay.
But I didn't want to go back to school, start over, find a job. I knew because I never had a job. So I know I can't go work for nobody at this point. So I got to figure it out. But when I got 18, I was like, oh, yeah, this is rough.
Real shit.
Yeah, this is rough. So it's been like that probably the last 12, about 12 years. It's been like, been wild. It's been up and down.
Growing up funny. Every time I see you, that's what I think. I said he grew up funny.
I grew up funny.
Right.
I feel like I have a choice. Like not as far as my pops forcing me into comedy, but as far as I was just around it before I started. Like him not having a babysitter, and it was his turn to watch me, and I'm just in the car while he go on stage, or he sneaking me in the back, and I'm hanging out with like Chris Tucker, Mike Epps, and all these dudes. I ain't had no choice.
That's fair.
Right.
Yeah.
Welcome to our therapy show.
Oh yeah.
You see what I did there? I was really trying to get them. I'm trying to get them to look at that. Look, and it's a form of journaling. Like I said, you're doing a good job filling in for Dante today.
Do you not journal? You don't.
I like to do it like a voice memo.
Oh, okay.
I don't like to write it down.
So do people say to you that that's not really journaling?
No.
Oh, okay.
Is that what you're saying to her?
No, I'm not saying it's not. You know, but she said
that ain't real.
She said it a couple times, so I was thinking that she was trying to tell somebody it is journaling.
No, I just I'd rather voice memo.
Yeah.
So if I'm like walking around my house in my AirPods, I'm like, I'll voice memo and I'll talk to myself.
Do you listen back to it? No. Yo, I have listened back to that.
Me and my sets. I've never listened back to it.
I never
watched Netflix. Was the first time I probably watched my whole set in a long time.
Really?
And that's because I was at a watch party. But if I wasn't at a watch party,
they forced you to watch it.
Yeah, I didn't have no choice.
If it wasn't chicken wings and liquor,
it was your watch party.
I know, but it was just like
he planned his own watch party.
Yeah, I didn't really plan. I didn't want to do it. I was against it.
Who did it for you?
But my homies in LA, they did it, and I was like, all right, whatever. But they was like, yo, come sit right here right in the middle.
That's
sit right
weird.
here. I'm like,
anxiety to watch yourself back.
Yeah, I don't like watching myself. I never do.
Do you watch your sets a lot?
Yeah, but I only see the bad parts. I'm like, why are you going so fast? Why you
Or
damn
your
girl,
little nervous twitch or something.
How many times you gonna curse? You know what I'm saying? Like I just beat myself up actually, and then sometimes I'll be like, oh, that was funny. That's what I'm saying. When I'm watching, I'm like, oh, that was funny.
Yo, let me ask y'all, like, since y'all for stand up, do y'all know like a certain part of your set where you might say something too fast?
Yeah, I do it on purpose sometimes when I'm riffing hard. Like if it's if it's a joke. So, but then I'm pacing it too fast, even when I'm not doing that. So I don't like that, you know, because I feel like I'm throwing away some of the jokes.
Right. Because certain words I just say fast. I can't help it.
Like what?
Anything. I can't, like, if I'm saying a joke.
But we from New York, right? So that people say we talk fast anyway. They like, why don't you slow down? You be like, what would you like?
Yeah, I didn't think of that. I didn't think of that.
People that's listening to us probably like, what the heck? What did you say?
I was thinking it was my speech, but that's a good point.
We from here.
Yeah.
Quick talk.
Yeah.
Because we got to get it in, right?
Do you think you talk fast? No.
I don't, because that was one of the first things, like, my pops, like, taught me that I, like, just stuck with me, just, like, slow down.
Okay, I think you mentioned.
Because, I used to, like, get into them bombs at, Mingles. It was at Mingles, he told me. It was, like, after I bombed at Mingles. It's like, yo, you gotta slow down, like, because it's just, like, Jamaican people, rude as shit. You know, nobody care about nothing but they chicken.
Yeah,
shit. Once I start bombing, it's just like, oh yeah, let me get through this.
Yeah,
let's get through this set. You know what I mean?
I feel like Mingles, you gotta go fast, because their attention span so
exactly.
Yeah, I remember doing Mingles with Smokey.
You gotta be dynamic. You gotta have
Don't
voices.
do a Smokey show, right? Because they only want to see Smokey.
Yeah,
they be like, come on, Smokey.
Yeah, Smokey might host headline too. He gonna go up there.
Oh, you talking about Mochas?
Oh no, Mingles. He had
Mingles. Mingles too. Oh yeah, he would do it.
Yeah, you know him and your pops. They
alternate. They did. But yeah, those rooms in the Bronx. Definitely.
I'm tired of them rooms, but I love them.
You know what it is?
I love them, but I'm tired of them.
But you know what it is? It's so messed up about comedy. Now I'm taking over the show, right? Sorry.
No, come on.
You keep asking.
This your episode.
It's your episode. It's all about you.
Oh, is it? Oh,
yes.
Okay. So let me tell you what's messed up about comedy and Black comedians. It's like your comedy journey, you always have to make this choice. And no other race has to do that. It's like mainstream or urban. Like, what are you talking about? Why do we have to make a choice? It should never be that all the things are funny. And I don't like that part, because if you go to the left, then the right is never going to see you. And it's some of the best comedians that I know are in the urban circuit, and they should have all the things, you know. So
but they're afraid to step outside their world that they've been doing 15, 20 years, and then you go downtown where the managers don't know who they are.
Yeah.
For them, it's like starting over.
It's humbling.
Yeah, because I remember I went to the cellar, and they was just like, yo, first time I went to the cellar, it was like, can't get in.
The security guard don't know you. That be the problem. The security guard?
Who you know on the show? And I was just like, I'm just coming to hang out. Oh, no, you can't hang out here. And I was just like, huh? I was like, all right, man, I'm not coming back down here. I'm not about to be the hangout dude. Yeah. And then they was just like, nah, that's how it is. And then I started coming around, and they were just like, oh, the same dude that didn't let me in, he was just like, I remember you was a kid. You got a beard now. You grown up. I didn't know it was you, but I was just like, oh, that's how they get down down here on this world.
It's humbling. They be like, where you going? Only ones that's passed. You're like, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's high school all over again. It is high. That's what I mean by it being high school, because you're like, wow, I'm an adult.
Right.
I'm grown. I'm grown, girl. It's crazy.
But do y'all feel like y'all, when y'all do certain shows, y'all pick and choose the material that y'all do, or do y'all always got the same set, no matter what room you go into? Because you're talking about you got to choose.
Yeah,
like if you're gonna be a Black comedian or you want to be a mainstream comedian.
I think that for me, what happened is I started just finding my own voice. Because what I was doing was, when I was in Black rooms, I would curse more, I would talk faster, I would and then when I went in whiter, use dirtier material, whatever. And then when I was in whiter rooms, I wasn't doing that. And then I was doing stuff that was more like corporate. But I'm both of those people. Right? Like, so I grew up in the projects in East New York, like during the crazy, times, and the drug dealer wife and all that stuff. And then I went to college, and then I flipped my life. And so I do have two very different perspectives, but they're all me. So what I do now is, y'all gonna get all of it. So I don't change up my sets now. Okay. Whatever I'm gonna do, whatever my list is, and that's unless I need to, course correct, because you're just not hitting, or I just pissed somebody off when I talked about a trans, you know what I'm saying? Or something like that. And then I gotta reset. But if I don't have to reset, I do what I was gonna do. And they feel me either way. And what I'm liking about my comedy now, which is surprising to me, is younger people like my work a lot. Like it's like, you know, my old friends from church, yeah, but them bitches be sleepy. But shout out to CCC. But like younger people like mess with it, and I guess because I'm from the time that so many people glorify the 90s and hip hop and all that stuff, and then I still have a vibe that's, you know, relatable, and I'm not judging what's going on with y'all. I think it's just because I feel like a young person because I started comedy so late.
How long you been?
I'm going to my 8th year. That's it. Like, you've been doing it for 39 years and you 42. You're not even 42. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's
you
weird.
know all the nuances.
It's so weird. And how old are you?
32.
He's 32. I'm 31. But it feel like comedically, he's my uncle.
He is, though. He's our OG, though.
But you my sister.
Right.
But it's just weird.
But I'm young, like the young OG.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just like I remember I went somewhere and they was like, "What up, OG?" It was a bunch of dudes my age though, or older. They were like, "Yo, OG, what up? You going up?" And I'm like, "OG."
But you know the game, the ends, and you like that's what I'm saying. You grew up funny.
Yeah.
Like Nico White.
He grew up funny too.
Nico White actually younger than me.
Right.
Yeah, that nigga's like my uncle.
He's your OG
I remember his first show.
OG.
I did one of his first shows with him in the Bronx years ago with a cameo. And
so it's Eagle Wit.
Like, you gonna be funny, Eagle Wit.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But back to your question, like for me, the difference between like them hood rooms and mainstream rooms, like far as your set, I ain't gonna lie, I got a bunch of ignorant jokes for them rooms just to set it off. Like, all right, let me get this out the way so y'all can know and get y'all attention. And then I get into my set. But what I like about, like when I did the stand for the first time in April, right? And
shout out to the stand.
Yeah, shout out to the stand. And I had thought of like 2 new jokes upstairs. And I was telling the homie Desi, I'm like, I'm gonna try it. You get that leeway down there because them people down there follow your comedy journey while you on stage. They're willing to
they buy into your story.
Yeah, they're willing to like listen to a joke, the premise, the story, and everything compared to Amingles. It's like, nah, we're not trying to hear.
You gotta fight
no
them.
setups. Yeah, you gotta fight them. We're not trying to hear stories. So I go into like a boxer. I go into like haymaker mode.
Right.
I go into straight haymakers. Compared to downtown, it's like, all right, jab, 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 haymaker, jab. I'm able to do that. But them other rooms is like, all right, I got material for both.
Right. Yeah.
I definitely picking like, cause I started just writing for the world. I try to write for like, I got my jokes that I do. Cause a lot of the rooms that I do, it's mostly tourists.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right,
so
right.
it's just like, I can't get too specific into my experience. And then versus like a full circle show.
Full circle
show.
Yeah.
All
shout
black
out to Full
people.
Circle.
Yeah.
Shout out to Full Circle. Like a room like that, I get into my like
your bag.
You get in your
I
bag.
get in my bag. I
I
got jokes about being regular black that I can't really do in those other rooms. You know.
But let me ask you this though, because I feel like you too. I feel like those tourists down like in those rooms. I feel like they just happy to be there. Yeah. So whatever you say,
wherever I go,
I feel like they're gonna laugh because it's like they can feel the experience, but they just happy to be there and they happy to see black people. They don't see us.
Wait, break down Full Circle show. What is that?
So it's pretty much Tech Lot. We mentioned him before. That's how he said he got.
Oh yeah,
my Netflix.
How he snowballed into his Netflix opportunity. But black comedian. He does predominantly just black shows.
He does comedy for the culture. Okay. But how I met him in New York is he was doing during the pandemic. He was doing outdoor shows in Prospect Park for free, and it was called Niggas in Nature.
I love that.
And it was so many people, like hundreds and hundreds of people.
Like 500 people just sitting on the grass.
Fire.
Just fire. And he just kind of just parlayed in it. He's an excellent producer and a wonderful human. So,
love that.
Yeah.
But it'd be mad Africans, mad just regular black people in there. So it's like, could do different, get into a different bag in there. But sometimes maybe
when you see us in the audience, we go, we ready to go in. When you
see,
I know you're gonna get it, but sometimes I don't think they're gonna get it up there.
Yeah, try it though. You never know.
You should just try it.
I feel like I have.
But if you try it confidently though.
But if you feel like it's not gonna work, it's not gonna work. I like I said, I do all the things that I'm gonna do. And I talk about politics. I just kind of will bring it to more of a hood level, but I'm a hood chick. So I'm gonna talk about it in that kind of way regardless. And that's how I do it. And with the stand, I feel like those people aren't tourists. They just rich, like Gramercy Park people. So
yeah.
Also, I don't like saying nigga in front of white people.
You don't? Yeah.
I love it. I don't do it, and I don't go crazy with it. But I love it because it's me, and they appreciate that.
I would say it with y'all, right?
Yeah.
So, but like
I don't go crazy.
But I know better.
No more than 2 per 10 minutes.
Yeah, I don't go crazy. Yeah, I don't go crazy. I ain't wilding out, but
at a punchline, lean on it, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lean on it. But for some certain punchlines, I'll be like, they like it. I get big laughs off if I say nigga as a punchline. It's crazy.
One time, Talent came to LA and we went to Chocolate Sundays, and there was like one guy at the end of the show. He said nigga like 30 times, and we were like,
sometimes that's.
And it was a mixed room, and we were like, oh my God, it was every punchline was nigga this, nigga that, nigga this.
Did he do well?
No.
Oh, well. So that's the problem, right? Because if it's not funny, like, what you doing?
It's a crutch.
As long as it's funny.
Such a powerful word. You gotta use it sparingly.
Yes. Don't nigga the whole time. Because you're not, I don't understand the joke at that point. Like, where are you going with
oftentimes, I think that for me, I was looking at some old clips trying to find stuff for the internet because, you know, you got to clip every day or something.
Yes.
And I just realized how much I cursed in the beginning. And I don't really curse that much in real conversation, you know? Not that I don't curse. I'm not one of them people. But what I was noticing is that I was like, any motherfucker, and that's not really how I roll.
Yeah.
But I was doing it as a crutch because what I felt is just, I guess not trusting the material, not trusting the preparation in the material, because you get a joke, and if you don't really prep in it, you know, sometimes you're looking for words instead of, so I was using it as a filler. So that was the thing for a little while. And it's so funny how you just change in comedy. You start seeing who you are as it relates. It's weird.
I know my dad, when he first started, my mom mentioned this to me, that he didn't curse at all when he first started. And then now, you go to his shows and he curses a lot. But he doesn't change his stand-up at all. For the past couple of years I've been going, it's always been like, it'll be a mixed room, but you don't really change it. It's been the same.
Yeah, once you get your crowd too, you can go. When people pay tickets to see you, I'll do anything I want. Y'all here to see me. I got the audience in my hand.
Once they here to see you, that's the truth. I opened up for Josh Johnson recently at the Bell House. And it was 2 sold-out shows, right? But everybody in the audience was like Josh Johnson. It was like his personality. I was like, yo, is this many people like you? That's crazy. And it was dope to see, because I feel like that's why people start buying tickets when they become your fan, because they feel like you get to speak for them.
Yeah.
You know, you got the microphone. Your voice is amplified, and is what they want to hear from you, because oftentimes is what they don't have the courage to say, or what they really feel, or they just don't have a microphone.
For sure. I noticed that recently I had a big couple viral posts to get more followers. So I'm looking at all my new followers and stuff, like just seeing like who's following me, and it's just like
you
young, bunch of black dudes, 30s, you know, late 20s, and I'm just like,
that's why Matt Rife got such a blowback, because who was following him is who he was.
The white baddies,
but who he wants to follow him is him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why the special was what it was, because what he was talking about is who he is.
Yeah.
And I didn't hate on it. I thought it was okay. Yeah. So, but he's hot, right? So his muscles and all that stuff. So he got hot on social media. So when you get hot on social media, they expect you to be hot. I don't know what they expected him to do on stage.
But I mean, he got big from the crowd work clips.
Yeah, so they wanted him to do like Jeff Ross.
They want you to do. They want him to do crowd work in a special.
do that.
Like, what are these jokes?
Yeah. Right.
hell is this?
Why are you doing jokes and punchlines? Why are you saying things?
Yeah,
right?
he didn't know. Yeah, no.
And they weren't expecting that.
Yeah.
So that part.
Yeah, they was dragging him on TikTok.
I saw.
Oh my
God.
They tried to drag him down. I watched it.
You watched it?
And it was fun.
I watched it.
I didn't watch it.
I didn't finish it.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I don't watch specials, but everybody was like, "Yo, you gotta watch it so you can have an opinion." I was like, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah, I had an opinion.
I don't think it's for us.
But you know what's crazy? Okay, you're gonna laugh at me again because obviously this is on brand for me. But when he first came out,
shout out to Dinka.
Shut the fuck up. When he first came out, I really thought he was funny. Like before he started looking the way he looks now, like he just looked like a regular white dude. Now he looks like he got work done and he's in the gym every day. But I thought his crowd work was hilarious. I followed him. I think he did something like a filler in his chin. I don't know.
But the other piece of it too, right? His crowd work is funny, but his crowd work is also edited.
Yeah.
Fair. He did a good job with the clips. He tricked me. I thought he was really funny.
It is so cut up. It's not a real moment.
Yeah. People not. It's not, right. So like, shout out to the editor too.
Fair. They did a really good job. He got me really good.
Yeah, he did his thing.
So then when I saw the special, I didn't think it was bad. I saw it.
But now you got to see the full him on. But it's still edited because even with a special, they edit the crap out of it. Yeah. But you got to see the full him, and what you're used to is him being quick punch, and then somebody can and then you keep scrolling to the next thing, and that's hilarious. And I can do that a bunch of times. Right. It's like a one trick pony or whatever. And then when you go see that's so strange about comedy now, right? Because being that everybody's agents and managers and everybody's saying, clip it up. What are they going to expect when they come see you?
Right. I told my agent that. You like, oh, you got to post the clips. And I was just like, I'll do it once in a while. But I said, I'll have to really get into a zone if I'm posting clips all the time and doing shows.
Right.
From, my clips go viral. I still want to do these
jokes.
I still want to do these jokes.
Right.
You know
this
what I mean?
Is like Beyonce not singing Single Ladies. You know what
I'm saying? But why is comedy the only form of entertainment where we get, ridicule for if they hear, oh, I heard that before. You know what
I mean?
should.
It's my intellectual property.
It's my best. I want to do my best shit wherever I'm on stage.
And if I don't do it, then what's going to happen? I'm going to kill it. Somebody else gonna do it?
Yeah.
Right.
Because Comedy Brain, they don't even have to steal it. Somebody else gonna do it.
Right.
So, so damn.
My dad won't post clips at all.
He don't
listen to but he like his
He's not
manager.
From that era.
I know, but his manager like wants him to do that stuff. My dad's like, no, I don't want nobody seeing my material. I'm
that's how I get it. That's the old school way.
It is.
Yeah, but it's a different thing.
Material.
They ingest in comedy differently.
Yeah.
And if it's about getting butts and seats, that's who's getting butts and seats. People that are going viral.
Yeah.
So when you do your clips, though, you do jokes that you do again. Like if you ever stuff
that I would.
Like you go,
I still do those.
You had that went viral. Do you do that same jokes though?
Yeah. Well, the last clip that I had went viral. It wasn't even a joke. It was just when I was performing at Caroline's. I just said what happened in the green room with my pops, and everybody like.
Wasn't the one on the train? That one went viral too. Though.
The one with my resting aggressive default face.
Yeah,
that's a joke. Yeah, I do that. I still do that.
Yeah.
But you gotta address that.
Yeah.
Because people in the audience gonna be looking like, is he mad?
Yeah, I feel like that's just something I do up top sometimes.
Okay. And everybody ain't see it.
Yeah.
Even though it went viral.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
Everybody ain't see it.
And I'll do it. Even when I have my own shows or whatever, and people come see me monthly, I'll be like, have you saw it? Clap it up if you've been here before. Okay, so y'all gonna have to sit through at least 20% of the stuff that I've done. Like,
that's fair.
I'm not,
or
I'm just gonna make up stuff and start like when you saw me the other night. What was the joke about? The measurements.
Yeah,
the measurement joke.
Put the TV remote next to your joint when you take the picture.
That's funny.
Right. So I'm doing the joke, right? So I'm saying it, and then he's like, "Yeah, and you could do this." I said, "I just riffed it," and he was like, "Oh, I could have it." Yeah, I'm never gonna do that again. It was in the crowd.
I was thinking about back in the day, the IO digital remote.
Yeah,
it's like now it's the Roku shit. So like everybody should look big next to the Roku.
Isn't that hilarious?
That's funny.
Yeah, do that.
That's funny. But that's dope too. That. As comedians, because a lot of comedians don't do that.
But I would just be sitting up there talking about, I don't have a dick. Word first. I've got one dick pic ever, right?
Really?
And, yeah, and you know what? When I got it, I started saying, I don't understand why you were sending this to me. What have I done?
It was unsolicited.
Yeah, I was like, what's happening? Right? I mean, it was big and stuff, but it was weird. I was like, damn, who does that, right? It was big. Why do you have to do that?
Yeah.
Is it yours? In my mind, I was like, maybe send other people. It might not be his. Like I'm thinking about a lot of different things. So my brain is different. Like, so that means you see how my brain thinks. So I'm never gonna be talking about somebody's penis size because I've accepted like the smallest. Of things, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to get my bills paid.
She's smoking them.
I just don't want to, pay my own. I could do it. I mean, I had the money, but it's just something's better when somebody else pays your stuff.
100%. I don't ever want to spend my own money.
But they won't do it. Like, and I'm listening to these chicks on TikTok, they're like, you want a soft life? I'm like, yeah, bitch, I want a soft life.
They be lying. There's like one girl.
Like, let me see your house because you just keep being here. Like, I want to see how soft your life is. Let me open. Like, y'all don't know what we're talking about, right? Okay.
There's this one girl on TikTok that like goes to restaurants. She's like, watch, I'm gonna get somebody to pay my bill. And then she just sits her phone there while she eats and looks around the restaurant, hoping that a man's gonna come pay her bill. I think it's so cringe. I couldn't do it.
That's where we at though now.
Does it work though?
She be saying it work, but I think she be lying.
Get she recorded working yet?
I haven't seen.
So, but this a thing. This a thing that I think also. I feel like the algorithm is attacking Black families, so that we won't get together. Like, so the world is always attacking us, trying to make sure that we, separate the family welfare, all the different things, so that the family is separated. But now, like, I'm looking at my social media, and my social media is like, Black men ain't shit. You be like, what?
Yeah, I'm tired of that shit.
You be like, damn, they not none of them. My father. I mean, what about my dad? Like, you know what I'm saying? He helped me out. My car got like it's everywhere. But the other piece, which I didn't realize, because we have all those podcast bros saying all kinds of crazy stuff. You know what, ladies, you should be doing, like mini baby Kevin Samuels, right? And but what happens often also is, now Black men are hearing that too. Yeah. So now they hearing, oh, we don't really want them. We only want their money. We don't really want them. We only want their this. So then now they're gonna not do the thing that we want, which is provide security. And then we're not gonna do the thing that they want, which is provide love and respect.
Right.
It's crazy.
It's a complete divide. Every day on Twitter, it'd be the same arguments. I can't take it.
I turn them off though. Every time I see a podcast and they start off with women or men, I be like,
females.
I don't want to hear that shit, man.
I need a man that's gonna do this, that.
I'm like, please turn it off.
But let me ask you something. Does that make you change how you operate when you dating women? Are you looking differently than you would be before?
According to the podcast?
Just the algorithm. Because I feel like when you keep hearing stuff like that,
I don't get caught up into it. Yeah, I don't get caught up. Yeah, I don't get caught up. I know better.
Right.
Yeah, and I was raised
different than whatever they doing.
A lot of these ain't our generation. I don't think.
You think it's just clickbait though? Sometimes they just want to stir the pot.
Yeah, it's clickbait. Yeah, but you guys.
But a lot of people believe it.
I know. That's
they do
the
believe
scary
it.
Part. When I look through the comments on that stuff, it freaks me out, and I'm like, "There's no fucking."
But if you get a post that go viral, or like if you get a YouTube post or whatever that go viral, and you get paid, I feel like once they see that check, they gotta keep going.
They gotta keep going in that way.
What got them that money?
Them clips is just about being divisive and getting people arguing in the comments, because that's how you go viral.
And it's so crazy. But anything that you say, like and it's Black men that be on my thing. Like, this is what's wrong with you bitches. You be like, what is wrong? I'm talking about Jesus. Like, what? This is a religious post. What?
What's wrong with you bitches? You love Jesus? That's the problem with your homes?
Right. Which Jesus you love? You be like,
everybody got an opinion now too.
Yeah.
But
everybody
got a microphone.
That's the problem.
Yeah, everybody got an opinion.
Us.
I got you. So
we got a nerve.
Before we get out of here, we ask everybody to give us, their comedy Mount Rushmore. There's 4 people on Mount Rushmore, just to remind you.
I told her.
Oh, you did? Okay, good.
Because I damn sure was like, you mean like top 5?
So yeah, name who's on your Mount Rushmore.
Chris Rock. Okay. Lou Now. George Carlin.
Fire.
Damn.
You got an honorable mention too.
There's 4 people on Mount Rushmore. She got one.
Yeah, I'm saying, but it seemed like she got a couple.
Oh, if you got a couple, it's fine.
I really like Wanda Sykes, but I don't think she's like, the Mount Rushmore. Who else do I? Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers.
I see. I just watched her Dark Side of Comedy. You seen that? It
was good.
On Vice, yeah.
She's amazing.
I did not know she was that crazy in the plastic surgery stuff. Like, she was getting that shit early.
I gotta watch more comedy.
The docs is crazy. They got one with Tracy Morgan too.
The Dark Side of Comedy.
Dark Side of Comedy.
It's on Vice, right?
Yeah, it's on Vice.
Yeah.
Them joints is fire. That's
a
good. That's a solid Mount Rushmore.
No, that's different.
It is different.
I like that one. That's different.
And I love Carol Burnett. So if I could do anything with my comedy career, I would love to do a variety show and do something like Carol Burnett with characters and costumes. And
was she on In Living Color? I'm thinking about somebody else.
Carol Burnett was on Living Color.
Who's Carol Burnett? You know who Carol Burnett?
Yeah, but I don't think she was on Living Color.
No.
Yo, I'm so old. Wow. Damn.
Hold on. We Googling.
I'm so old.
She was.
Damn.
She was not on Living Color.
This is such
this is the funniest clip.
If y'all don't,
This lady right here, she's not on Living Color.
Okay, what is she famous from? My fault.
The Carol Burnett Show.
Sorry for the delay.
Crazy. You don't watch old stuff?
We're youthful.
Nothing old, nothing in black and white, nothing.
Nothing in black and white. I want to get in. I want to watch some Rick Fox.
You mean Red Fox?
Red Fox.
Jesus. Cut the cameras. This nigga's embarrassing us. Stop.
I want to watch some Rick Fox.
He's
crazy.
like,
Rick Fox is the basketball player. Red Fox, y'all knew what I meant, man. Y'all know what I meant.
I'm like, what the hell Rick Fox doing? They got a tape out?
Wait. They got to know where to find
you. He got a tape? He got a
you gotta know where to find it. Okay, hey.
Nigga, what you got going on? Okay. And where can everybody find you? Just shoot it to the camera.
I'm in City Winery tonight with Marina Franklin. Right. And you can find me on Onika, Onika McLean, McLean.com. And look under my website for this tab called Main Stage, because I just launched like a lip gloss line.
That's what that was. I thought you had a mini microphone.
And it looks like a mini microphone because your life is your stage and you get to amplify it. And so that's why I came up with this.
I love that.
Thank you. We outside. Bye.
We outside. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for doing this.